Okay, I think she'd still like, I guess, take a sample of the blood if that's the thing.
Okay.
Um, and then I guess not right now, but later she'll probably want to look at. You said her phone was in there too?
Yeah.
Yeah, take a look at her ID and phone.
hmm So her phone, her ID. First of all, her ID just reveals her to have just a regular name, Lucinda Spatafor. She is basically just a. It looks like you can tell by the ID about college age. Her phone, her Uzik is unlocked. It has. I'm assuming you want to scan through it real quick.
Yeah, and like look at, see if I can see social media stuff.
Sure. She has a almost non-existent social media presence. It seems like she's just a normal person. There's a couple she has a couple profile pictures of herself up. It looks like she had a dating app, had a few dates within the past month. None of them look like they went anywhere. A couple pictures of her and her cat up. A couple messages from her parents asking her if everything's working out at Moshi Moshi Sushi and if she's reconsidering her career as a we'll say illustrator, commercial illustrator. But otherwise, she has kind of a low key profile existence. um, she has parents, so I guess that's confirmation that she is human, unless she was adopted at some point. And in general, it seems that she is someone who grew up on the island but wasn't born there. Parents moved there probably at some point, and she moved to her own part, Stella Marie, away from them. They are living on the other side of the island. Everything about this says this is just a normal waitress, normal girl. Definitely not. Nothing in this speaks to being a like serial stalker or like, but she does, you can tell by her ID, does look like Poppy. um Not so much that you would mistake one for the other, but enough where she could be a stunt double.
And she's screaming that she was Poppy.
She was screaming that she was Poppy, correct, when Towner pulled her in.
Okay, I guess I'll start heading back to where the others are at the restaurant.
Okay. At the restaurant, once you bring this woman back, Poppy is hiding her face, basically hiding from everyone. There's a lot of attention, and she's put her mask back on. She's just hiding in a booth in a corner. Um, John, that woman, she's still like thrashing, and she's trying to kick her legs and reach out to try to basically break away from you so she can get at Poppy.
Okay. Just hold on to her, I guess.
Yeah, I just hold on to her. Poppy is just kind of like nervously pulling at her hair, kind of like rolling it between her fingers, with her mask fully on, looking away, just looking towards the wall where there's like a small, um, we'll say reflective wall liner where she can like actually see everything going on as she's like glancing at it, but it looks like she's looking away. She isn't really talking much right now. She's just staring at everyone, but in particular staring at this woman who's trying to like get at her. She seems extremely afraid right now.
I feel like Claudia will go, Puppy, you wanna. And she'll probably approach Puppy and go, Is there a back door? Is there a back door around here?
She'll is Are you asking me as a DM?
Yes,
Yeah, it's a
I'm asking.
restaurant. There's like a at the very least a one out the kitchen or something.
Okay, and she'll go to Puppy and go, Perhaps this time you should head back home. Um, go out through the back door, and I doubt anybody will know you're here.
She looks at you and then lowers her mask a little. I can trust you because you're a cop, right?
I'm just here for your benefits. So I just want you to be safe and secure around here. This is this is a place for everyone, and everyone should feel safe here. So if you trust me, it should be because I'm doing my job.
You won't let anyone hurt me, right?
No, I will not.
Okay. All right. She like very small. It seems like she's almost shrunken down more than she already was. A very tiny presence begins to make her way as you direct her out a back door to the restaurant. All the while, she has her face hidden behind her mask, and now it's kind of may put her hair in front of her face to cover it as much as she can, and just kind of hunched over. Even is just kind of mumbling to herself as she makes a very or tries to make a very discreet exit from the restaurant. So with I guess like you can probably escort her back to the studio if you want, but she is likely not going to want to go back to talk to anybody at this point. And
Obviously.
she can't go home either. So being rich and famous means she can just get a hotel room wherever she wants and probably under a false identity if she needs to, but she definitely is going to. Um, she will let you know where she is staying. Only you, really. Only the Aqua guys. She gives you the name that she entered under, as well as you know her contact information on one of her many Uzik phones.
As for the other one, I suppose we could always take her back to the station and get some answers. Because doing this in a restaurant might not be the best idea.
Yeah, I think we should take her back to the station.
Sure.
Might need a hospital.
Yes, she very, very, very much needs a hospital.
Okay, then yeah, the hospital is probably take her to the hospital, but like handcuff her to a bed.
Right.
She doesn't either hurt herself or try to escape.
Mm-hmm. You will be able to take this woman to a hospital, get her sedated. I mean, this is a familiar feeling. You just had to do this before, so this time, once you get the woman, once you get Lucinda to the hospital, she's going to a begin to calm down, b seem like she's blanking out when she's been like sedated and restrained, and then kind of seems very very upset that there's a bunch of fucking like she has a bunch of facial and neck wounds. The metal's been removed, so she's being patched up, but she is kind of switching between being hysterical and lost and angry and confused, extremely upset. You have time to talk to her while she's in the hospital room if you'd like.
Naturally. Lucinda, right? So, why were you stalking Poppy?
She shakes her head. I wasn't stalking anyone. I don't know what you're talking about. Poppy's a customer. I seen her around. We all know her. I wasn't. She just tries to at first struggle against the restraints and then gives up. What happened to me?
Well, here's the thing. We were talking with Poppy in the restaurants, and then suddenly you kind of got up, started yelling you were Poppy, and ran out the door.
Bullshit! I never did any of that. What are you talking about?
We have witnesses. And she turned to John. John, did you not hear her say she was Poppy and started running away?
John like stares at her a moment and then rolls his eyes and is like, "Well, yeah."
One witness. I can get more, even more impartial witnesses if you would like. That this is what happens in view of everyone at the restaurant. And you're saying you deny these allegations.
Of course I deny them. What do you? She just stares at you. What? I didn't do anything.
Okay, well, if you didn't, then what did you think happened in the last 10, 20 minutes?
I was just clearing a table off, and then next thing I know, I'm on the ground, and that asshole over there has got me cuffed. He's dragging me around, and he must have shoved all this stuff in my face.
No, Lucinda, you shoved that stuff in your face.
She stares at you and just starts fucking gritting her teeth. I didn't do anything. I didn't shove anything in my face. You're out of your mind. Why would I do that?
That's what we'd like to know.
Indeed. If things are as true as you say, then there's something else going on here. But so far, we've only got your word, and your word is not as good as witnesses or evidence so far. And we just want to make sure that everything's that you're not stalking Poppy. But so far, the evidence is pointing that you are.
I'm Poppy. She kind of like goes into a slight, what looks like a haze. Yeah, I'm Poppy. Why am I in the hospital? I should be in the studio making more songs. I'm Poppy.
Have you been taking any medicine recently?
She stares at you. I had to take sleeping medication because I thought someone was following me, but now I'm better. Poppy. I'm Poppy. Poppy. I'm Poppy. Poppy. She kind of just stares at you. Her eyes are swimming around the room.
Oh boy, this is going a little further than I thought it would.
What's the name of that medication you're on, miss?
It's called Mirazitan. There is a paraticarinum.
What does it look like?
It looks like a star that's going out. White to black.
What just happened?
She just stares at the wall.
Oh dear. Poppy?
She looks back at you. That's me. Poppy.
Okay. Claudia's probably got to call for a doctor at this point because this is.
Calling for a doctor. Finally, with like what you just said, what happened to her, her episode just now, it seems that she has some kind of disorder, or they're not sure exactly. Her hormones are incredibly fucked right now. She has something, they're not sure what, that is increasing the dopamine levels in her bloodstream and suppressing other hormones. It's almost like she's in a haze on cloud nine.
Is it like ozone or?
No, they say strictly this is. They don't think this is a drug. They don't know what this is.
Oh, is there any cure, or is this like?
They have no idea. They don't know, man. They
And
just.
does she look exactly like Poppy?
Like I said, not a mirror, but like easily could be a stunt double.
Shit. This has gotten way more complicated. I guess Claudia call in to the precinct and probably inform the others that something's going on with uh, Poppy, and yeah, they need to be on the watch out because this is getting a little weird. And yeah, also like this. Did she ever talk about her parents?
Lucinda?
Yeah,
Um,
Lucinda.
Not yet, but I did find some messages on her phone with her parents.
You want to
Okay.
show them to, I guess, show them to Claudia.
Yeah, and she'll probably, well, once we talk to our other everyone else, I'll show it to them too.
Okay. When you go through the forensics of the phone, you find a You find several gigabytes. Really, a lot of them. We'll say even probably a terabyte at this point of information. I mean, it's the future, so that's like SD card size, but tons of pictures, high resolution 3D scans, movie files taken of Poppy. Poppy from different angles. Poppy while Poppy is just like sitting at a restaurant. Poppy while Poppy is jogging. Poppy just putting on makeup in a mirror, like from what looks like a bathroom stall. There are messages from this woman's parents, Lucinda's parents, saying like, "We're really concerned about you. You haven't talked to us in a month. Where are you? Are you still obsessed with that girl? We're worried." And if you're wondering, Blue, no, these weren't there when you first looked. No, this like the phone is. It's almost like you're holding a different phone. The wallpaper is Poppy with her eyes marked out. Um, this is like I said, it's like holding a different phone entirely.
Claudia, I swear none of this was here before when I first looked through it.
What? So this is all. This is all. This isn't. So is this her phone or is this not? What you say?
No, this is her phone. I haven't like put it down or set it aside since I picked it up.
Okay, but how would that mean? I- I'm no computer expert. So what does this mean? Does this mean like someone changed the phone's insides or something?
I guess maybe someone did something remotely. I'm not sure.
What, like with a remote?
No, like uh
Claudia, give me a gaze roll with you get a +1. It's your case.
Okay.
So 3. Something weird about this phone in particular right at this moment, but you can't determine what exactly it is. But there's something a little off about it.
Maybe get someone who's on more into computers than I am, to look at this. I mean, it looks normal, but there's something a little bit weird about it too. I can't quite put my finger on it.
I guess could Blue also like take a look at it more
Sure.
closely?
Go ahead and give me a gaze roll. So 3. Same thing. You just notice something's like odd, off. Not sure what.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Maybe we should have someone else take a look at it.
Already. You have the phone of the person. I mean, in all honesty, the way the case looks now, chief is likely your chief is going to say this is a case closed. You found the stalker. There's evidence on the phone. He already is of the opinion that well, first of all, he told Claudia to take the day off, and now like you're making mistakes. Like you see a thing, you don't see a thing. The evidence is all right there. I mean, this is Poppy. Poppy's gonna want to keep this quiet. It's like he doesn't want to involved with anything. So um, it's up to you guys how you want to extend or handle the case. As it is right now, without something very compelling, the chief is going to recommend that you close the case. And if you don't close the case, the chief's going to get upset.
Okay, well, I was wanting like at least some more savvy computer dude, like they say, like is Mikey savvy with computers?
Mikey's got to be a little savvy, right? Mikey or Icepeak.
Yeah, Mikey can take a look.
Icepeak is also your forensics person and
Yeah.
has experience with kind of like medical stuff, so you can get her in to do something. Like it's very likely
Yeah.
from the
I,
yeah, from the hospital or the pill. Yeah, any
yeah, the
like
pill.
her blood, like the blood that they drew as well. So
Yes.
um
So I feel like she would go to Icepeak for, analyzing the pill, and Mikey for the computy thingy.
okay, what can Enya do in this case too? So I feel like get some people in who have done not done things. If you guys ever think of anything you want to pitch in to contribute to cracking a case or whatever, please always volunteer yourselves. Otherwise, I'll just have to volunteer you for something at some point. Um,
I'll try to think of something.
so let's handle the Mikey thing first. Mikey, you're gonna be doing some internet surfing. What do you want him to have a closer look at?
Everything looks weird with his phone, so and di- I definitely she would probably mention like what Blue said, it's like that someone may have messed with it with a remote, and of course she'll say with a remote, but probably get past the point that it's remotely, and so maybe someone messed with it, or just find out if someone messed with the phone or tampered with it or anything.
Do you know that stands are a thing? Yeah, generally you're aware that stands are a thing, but your information is that someone manifests a stand. It's like it's a countdown till a demon appears. So they're kind of like a problem. A stand user is considered to be like a very very unstable thing to deal with. They usually put them away. If you can get your hands on one and sedate them, then they put them away basically. So where they put them, you're not sure, but they take care of them somewhere.
Can Enya check out like some? I imagine there's like timestamps on the phone for like when she did certain postings and activities supposedly.
Okay.
Could
Yeah.
she like call the sushi or the mochi the restaurant that she works at and like gets her shift for the last couple days?
Okay. Yeah.
Just to
If you
see if that
call,
lines up.
yes, if you call there and get that information, try to like match it up. Um, they mention like everything that they mentioned about the shifts, when she was working, when she was off, when she requested off. They say that it matches this and this date, and that's when this, like, over the past couple weeks, we'll say, because they keep records, sure, but like I don't know how extensively they would keep them. They all match up. All the dates she requested off, her time off, all match up with Poppy's tour dates, like her little shows, appearances, meet and greets, like even like going outside of Stella Marie into other cities. It's like extended requests for days off.
Wow. Okay, she'll pass that on to the team, and I'll try to think of another task.
I will say that the people, as you're asking that too, at the restaurant Moshi Moshi Sushi, despite the fact that they just had this like pretty traumatic event happening, the manager that you talked to sounds pretty upbeat.
Oh wow. You know what? She's gonna talk to the manager a little bit. Hey, so she she's not gonna hopefully miss too much work here, but you do understand, I hope.
Oh yeah. Well, as we understand it, she was. I mean, what we heard. I don't know if we can continue to employ her. It sounds like she was a pretty hardcore poppy head. With the we heard, about the face. I mean, some of my servers saw it, so sounds like she needs some real professional help. And someone like that, we can't really have around the customers. We probably should have seen it coming. She was obsessed with Poppy. She just talked about Poppy all the time. Would always try to play Poppy on the background and the music player in the kitchen and everything. We didn't know it was like this bad. Wow, she really needs help.
She's just been like that the whole time, huh?
Yep, the whole time.
Alright, well, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome. Call back anytime you need any information, and I hope that girl gets the help that she needs.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Yes, I'm sure I trust the Southern Marie Police Department to do everything they can. Well, have a good day. Goodbye. Haha. He hangs up.
She, looks thoughtfully and happily like, oh, well, I guess that's pretty, cut and dry there. She's blinking a little bit, thinking about it some more.
All right. Mikey, you were looking into. I don't think we didn't get to what you were looking for, right?
No.
Okay, go ahead and so what is it you're looking into exactly? Like as you're working here at the computer, you're checking kind of information on anything weird with the phone.
Yeah, I think that's what we were gonna try and do is have him kind of investigate into the phone a little deeper to see if there's anything with the phone itself, like it may have been tampered with, to
Mm-hmm.
have not had that information, only to now have that information.
Okay, give me a gaze roll, and I'll tell you this: if you spend a fate point and you invoke your eye, you'll be able to. You won't even need to really basically you'll pass and you'll get extra details. So you might as well. You could just spend the fate point, invoke that, and be fine. I'll say.
Okay, yeah, I will do that then.
Just give me a gaze roll anyway, for the sake of gratuity, being gratuitous about it. See how much gratuitous amounts of information you're able to pull from gazing at this thing.
Oh shoot, I clicked it and I was
Oh
gonna
my
say,
god,
I clicked it and it didn't roll, so I clicked it again and then it rolled too many times.
bro!
So,
You
my bad.
overkill. You overkilled it.
Sorry, it was a +4. So then, with the fate point, so it would be a 6.
So when you're staring at this phone to try and figure it out, just looking at it, examining it, the first thing you notice is your eyes kind of go around in almost a circle or spiral until it stops and clicks your vision at a small blinking circle in the corner of the little UI, the Uzik UI. If you're to pull down the menu and see what that is, this phone is currently on and transmitting audio that it's recording from its microphone.
I guess since we're police, I would be able to trace that or set up a trace. So I guess I would plug in the phone to whatever device that is and start running it to see where it's sending the signal out.
Okay.
And then I guess he would just keep going through the phone, just trying to pretend like everything's cool and normal since it's recording, at least the audio. So he would just keep trying to dig deeper into the phone and see if there's anything else.
The phone is recording and going to, as far as you know, the trace is weird. It's going to Australia, and then Turkey, and then somewhere in South Africa. Bounce to Kuala Lumpur, eventually to Sri Lanka. Bounced all the way to Kentucky, which, as far as you know, has been decimated on any of the current maps that are available. Then bounced to somewhere in Guam. Then bounced back out towards Alaska. Then bounced somewhere into Mongolia.
Okay, so it ends in Mongolia.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I guess all that information's being logged on his side, so he would just keep going through the phone to see if there's anything else, and then just he would unplug the phone if that's as far as he can get, and then I guess if he's doing this by himself, he would probably make some comment. He'd probably just go, "Well, nothing to learn here," and he'll turn the phone off and bag it and
Okay.
and put it in a box separate from everything else, and then start covering it with stuff to try and its ability to
just put it in the microwave again.
No, the microwave, it can't be opened.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
The devil's in there. It's got the caution tape on it for a reason.
I forgot you have a microwave that still has a demon in it. Shit. Poor little guy stuck in there.
And he'll keep being stuck in there.
Oh no. Well, so you have information that you were being recorded, or at least like some of your fellow officers were being recorded. Icepeak, I'm assuming you wanted some information about the drug and the blood sample that you were able to acquire. It would have taken like probably some finagling. It may not be exactly legal that you have a blood sample of Lucinda Spetafor, but you have it.
It's not legal?
I mean, you're not exactly allowed to take people's blood without their consent.
I mean, if
But
it's splattered on the road, you are.
sure, that's true.
I was gonna say she's in
Yeah.
the hospital, so they'd have to take samples.
True. Yeah, you could have taken it from the scene. Absolutely, you're right. So
Yeah.
you have your blood in your possession. You have the the metal parts also. The
Yeah.
drug is let's see. The drug seems to be carbon, hydrogen, 12 parts of carbon, 22 atoms of hydrogen, and 11 atoms of oxygen. Hard to say, but knowing your scientific background, you can tell this is sugar.
The blood is sugar?
No, the pill is sugar. The
Oh, the
blood,
pill
yeah, the pill that was given that Poppy gave you is sugar. The blood is well, like they said at the hospital, elevated levels of dopamine, highly elevated. This is somebody who was basically blissed out. Other hormones suppressed. Trace amounts of adrenaline, and then very oddly, there is a sort of chemical that you're not sure quite what it is. It seems to be some sort of hormone. It's a human made hormone, but trying to ID it is kind of muddied because this seems to be like, I don't know how to say it exactly. It's an obscure compound.
I'll have to reach out to like experts in the field.
Sure. Go ahead
Yeah.
and give me a, we'll say, brain trust roll against a passive opposition of 4. Assuming you probably, let's see.
I have fate points.
You have fate points. You have a passive +1 on all rolls to learn, recollect, or solve a puzzle. So
Oh, okay.
from being a brain,
Yes,
brain
I
type,
have a big brain. Yeah.
you are
Actually, I have
big
mini
brain.
brain.
Yeah, so you may not be able to ID this right away, but your ability to quickly process information tells you that the reason why this is such an obscure chemical is because it's one no longer secreted by humanity. It is some sort of remnant from evolution, from an organ that really either has no function or shouldn't exist. Some part of the brain that just isn't there anymore. There's no reason why this should be here. Seems to be related to the pineal gland, but it's difficult to really like get down properly because like this chemical, as you try to reach out to colleagues about this. Yeah, they'll ask you where you found this.
I just made someone's thesis somewhere.
Someone's what? Thesis? Yeah,
Thesis,
probably.
yeah.
Yeah. They want to know, where the hell did you get this fresh ass sample of this particular hormone?
I say it's a sealed case. I cannot reveal information.
Okay. They will say that it is something called Phobialia. It is a previously thought to be theoretical compound. There were scrapings of it that have been found in sort of ancient fossilized human remains. The working theory about it is that this is related to a sort of ability to recognize a certain threat that humanity no longer faces. Some kind of creature that doesn't exist and required a certain kind of response in order to fight. It's related to fear. It was secreted by a certain organ within the brain, related to, and they're going to try to put this as bluntly as possible, monsters. But that organ does no longer exist. It stopped existing a long, long time ago in human evolution, physiology. Just didn't make a comeback. So they're wondering how in the fuck that you got this sample that apparently is as fresh as it was just taken from someone.
I am sorry, that is related to a case. I cannot divulge the details until the case is closed.
They'll attempt to bribe you.
No.
No, you won't be
Oh,
bribed.
what is the name of this person?
They give you a give you a fake name.
Yes, that is for the best.
You know exactly who this person is, though. The fake name means nothing. It's some colleague that you know that like has been desperately trying to complete some thesis they won't tell anybody about. So like, and it's like we'll say it's a woman with a very distinct voice who is very nervous sounding when you ask what their name is, and they just, they give you the fake name.
I am Natasha.
Should the case close, I will contact you again.
Jane Dosen or something, yeah. Yeah. You're a smart person and you know your colleagues. You know exactly who that fucking, you know who she is. You'll get her later, I'm sure. She really did want to bribe you, though.
She will, again, she will tell them that she will contact them later should the case close, but that was the warning not to offer her money. Like, she will fucking arrest you. Yeah.
There is one expert on the island who also they're on the island. They're not far from you. Also has some experience with the Phobialia.
Okay.
They are a theoretical biologist that specializes in a completely unrelated matter, but you're familiar with them as you are, you're in your job. That would be Dr. The heck is his name? Dr. Rob Tom, working out of the Matchbook Institute. You know him because he's considered to be a bit of a quack, hack fraud, and generally isn't taken very seriously in the scientific community. But he is a specialist in what are called sangria cells, or Santana cells, rather.
Okay. Well, Icepeak is not exactly known for her, like, she also experiments and is a bit quack-like, so she won't take that against him, but there's protocol to follow. Yeah. If he wants to come down and be a, what's it called, an expert witness on the case, he might be able to come in and study it here, but if he attempts to take anything else out, it would not go well for him.
No, Dr. Rob Tom is just pleased that anyone takes him seriously.
Okay.
He will absolutely come down to the station. It'll take him some time, but yeah. He'll be there eventually to help you with your case. The fact that you're pursuing this matter to such a degree says that this is probably going from a minor case to a major case. Would that be accurate for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Poppy's super haunted. So
oh no, this
She's
got
got
really
ghosts
weird.
in her blood.
Major haunted, if you will.
Plus, why a sugar pill for the sleeping thing?
Well, that's because they wanted Poppy just to be happy. They don't care that she's being stalked or they think it's in her head. So they're just like, here, take a sugar pill. You're fine. Sleep for a while. And she's like, okay, I sleep now. And is totally still being stared at by ghosts or demons or whatever it is that's happening.
But was the sugar pill found the one from the first Poppy or this Lucinda?
The first Poppy.
They both were taking it.
Lucinda was not taking any pills.
We asked her if she was taking a pill, but she said
it was like
words. Yeah.
She said she was taking a pill, but the response she gave you is almost a canned version of what Poppy said in her interview about the sleep medication.
Okay.
So this is now a major case. Poppy is involved apparently in something. Somebody is tormenting poor Poppy. You have a stalker, so you have a suspect. Let's actually create the case file. Let me go ahead and put this in the case folder and make it visible to you guys. So you can see the high concept. If you open up the file music to sleep to, someone or something or someone is haunting Poppy. Trouble. What would you say the main problem is with this case? The drugs, the unreliable witnesses, the tampering. Would you say outside forces? Like, what do you feel is like the main thing holding you back here?
Like, why? What
It
the
feels
motivation?
it feels like the motivation is kind of alien.
I
It's like,
guess, yeah.
I'll put alien motivation. Your suspects so far. Who do you guys have as suspects? Like, who do you suspect in this case? Is
Lucinda still.
Yeah, and Poppy's associates or whatever also, I think.
yeah, I do feel like her being one. I am real suspicious of her actual like assistants right now because they were very standoffish. And also, they put her on the pills and everything to begin with, and then told her not to talk about it.
Yeah, and like Towner says, Poppy herself.
okay. Your evidence so far: sugar pills,
Sugar pills, weird ass phone.
hacked phone.
Yeah, hacked phone.
Phobialia, kind of.
The Phobialia DNA thing.
Okay. Your witnesses are the people at Moshi Sushi.
Yeah, and, that Doctor
Rob
Rob
Tom.
Okay. You're going to need a new prosecutor for this one eventually if it ever goes to court, because your old prosecutor died, so we need to make a new one. But right now, you don't have the case to make, so you're good. And then finally, you have Poppy herself as a contact. You have her assistants. You have, I guess, the staff at Moshi Sushi. Your investigation so far, I'll say that you have uncovered that there is a stalker that exists supposedly, that there is someone that it has some kind of pretty exceptional knowledge of computers, that it's possible that this could be a supernatural event. In fact, it seems to be. And finally, I will say that you have eyes on Poppy herself. I would say you know where she is technically. So I'm going to give you have a 4 in investigate and a 3 in contact. So you're very closely related to this case because Poppy has been bothering you for quite some time. And fucking Garth, bro.
Oh my god.
And Chris Gaines. They're twins.
So do they prosecute together like as twins?
They can. We can decide that.
Do they deny that they're twins, or do they
Yes.
just?
If
Yeah,
anything,
okay.
well, if anything, it's like, oh, was that your brother Chris? And he's just like, what? And it's like, no, your brother, like, it's Chris. Like, Chris is being an asshole again, isn't he? Nah, I don't know what you're talking about. Because that's exactly what Garth Brooks did. Every time he did shit, he blamed it on his alter ego.
Are they ever in the same room together?
I mean, it'd be funny.
It would be funnier, yeah, if we never see them together because they're like, oh, we fucking hate each other. Why would I want to be near that guy?
This is what cases. I don't
Yeah,
know.
and then we're always like, is it the same guy? Is he just wearing a fake goatee? We'll never know.
Not until trial, at least. When they have to be in the same room.
So eventually, your prosecutors will be Garth Gaines and Chris Brooks.
Well, shouldn't they have the same last name? They're brothers.
No, shut up.
Okay. All right, that could actually be part of it. Is that they hate each other so much, one of them changed their name just to distance himself in like their practice from each other.
Damn.
But they still work together.
Love hate.
And that way, if one of them dies mysteriously, like, you know, our previous prosecutor, we still won't know.
All right. So as we're gonna wind down here, we're getting closer to the what would normally be our stopping point. I will say, Claudia, finally, I mean, eventually you're supposed to take care of your kids and everything.
Mhm.
Take the day off. So towards the end of the day, as you're kind of like getting ready to, what is your normal ritual for going to bed, sleeping? What do you
Well,
do? Whole
first,
beauty regimen, or you just jump right into bed?
first she reads to the kids before bed. Obviously, takes away any video games they're still trying to hide. And you know, reads them a bedtime story. Then probably does a little beauty regimen before going to bed.
Okay. As you're looking in the mirror and putting on makeup, give me a gaze roll. Oh yeah, you really notice this. Um, your reflection is mirrored, as in it's not. It looks like another person is on the other side. It doesn't look like a reflection of the mirror as you're like putting on your whatever beautifying creams.
She'll stop and look and go, "What the hell?"
You stop, but the person on the other side is continuing to apply the creams.
Okay.
And then you notice that they're applying, it's a very white cream, and they start smearing it all over their face. And then they take out your mascara and start kind of painting kind of intricate, detailed kind of face mask type things around the eyes and the mouth.
She's she's not sure if she should call the police at this point because it is just a mirror. But and the chief did say, "Oh."
Finally, they apply black makeup, black lipstick, kiss, and say P-O-P-P-Y. That's me. And then you black out. um, you have a little bit of lost time to be continued.
Oh dear.
Dun dun dun.
You're Poppy now. Congratulations.
P
I
O
I don't
P P. Why?
I don't feel so good.
You don't feel, don't
It's
feel so good,
Mario.
Mr. Poppy.
Yeah, time for you to roll an oh no to see how you
Yeah.
feel.
You'll come in with like buns tomorrow and like pearls around the buns.
Yeah, we'll know you
Oh
as
god.
Officer Poppy
Yeah.
Popel.
Papel.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
You'll be fine.
And you'll just assume you're going through a phase. Like, yeah, I love Poppy too. She's got really good music. Give you a
The
thumbs
chief,
up.
the chief is gonna send me back home
Yeah.
You're fine.
or to a shrink.
Both. I hope it does pass on. I want to see like Towner in buns. Just get his
Jesus.
hamburger bun stuck on the side of his head.
Yay.
Work of an enemy stand taking over the office. No.
It's happening, yeah.
No.
No, it's okay.
There's some demons. It's okay.
Ow.
Yeah, it's fine. You did it. Got it.
We did it, Reddit.
Perfectly fine.
Everything's fine.
Cool puppies.
Yes, I hope you're ready for the adventures of Poppy's Bizarre Adventures, Little Poppy Age.
I'm ready.
Okay, the Poppy Police Force on Poppy Island have to stop Poppy crime.
Okay.
We have to
What
stop
kind of
poppies from attacking Poppy.
Okay.
What
Good.
kind of puppy crime besides puppy is there?
Poppy on poppy violence never solves anything, guys. That's the real story. That's the real lesson to learn. And what is Poppy but the poppies we made along the way?
Oh no.
Oh no.
The more this continues.
Oh, another thing that happens before the session ends. It started to snow in Stella
Oh,
Marie,
good.
but it's
But-
not snow.
Oh,
Summer snow.
It's asbestos.
It's ash, basically. It's like ash that's
Oh.
beginning to fall in small flakes.
Oh,
Looks like snow, but
God.
it's ash. And a fog has rolled in, like slowly, along with the ash. This is a natural weather phenomenon that does happen in Guam sometimes. It's like there's nobody really knows what it is.
volcano going off? What?
That's what nobody knows. It just happens sometimes.
Yay!
Wait, what?
It's
real,
spiders.
This is a real thing?
What? No.
Oh, I thought you said this actually happens, and I was like, what?
Oh, I mean, it does kind
Never-
of in the Marianas Trench. It happens when dead matter kind of snows, sort of ash-like flakes of debris.
But that's in the water generally. Yeah,
No, it happens
But
in
there
Guam,
Called
too,
marine
yeah.
snow.
it
Yeah,
does
marine
happen when
snow,
there's
yeah.
just a big fire, though.
Correct.
Yeah.
Don't worry, everything will definitely make sense next time.
Oh no.
I mean, if it's
Well, makes
Getting
sense.
crazier.
yeah, that's correct.
Started with the craziest case so far.
Started out so normal.
It's still normal.
Yeah.
This is
I
normal for
guess.
JoJo's. Yeah.
Poppy needs help. You guys are helping her.
Yeah, we're helping.
Kind of. We're trying.
We're trying.
Yeah. I mean,
We just need to get Poppy a sword.
Yeah, she needs
Or
to
a
get
gun.
a sword or a gun or bow and arrows, maybe anything that can work.